So at this point, I've already reviewed my Diana Trail Scout and tested 15 different pellets to test its grouping. If you want to see those videos, click on the gray cards in the corner. But now I've decided to chop apart my Trail Scout and modify it to make it better for hunting rats on my family's chicken farm. Also, I've tested the modded Trail Scout at 25 yards, and I have the results of that 25-yard grouping test at the end of this video. If you aren't familiar with the Gabby Lyfe, I make videos about chicken farming and rat killing. And if you want to see my most recent rat killing compilation, click on the gray card in the corner. So this modded Trail Scout is based on my first rat killing rifle, which is a Benjamin Discovery. So if you're familiar with my Benjamin Discovery, then you're going to see an uncanny resemblance. First, I added a Picatinny rail to the front to mount the bipod. Next, I added a long pistol grip in the back that houses the monopod, i.e. a 6-inch long carriage bolt. Lastly, I installed an adjustable stock that I can slide to any length. I've only cut out 3 length locking slots, however. If I need more, I'll cut more. So why did I add all these features? Well, first, I hope the bipod and the monopod are self-evident. If you've ever shot a gun with 3 legs, then you know how much easier and more consistent it can be to shoot. Ease and consistency are 2 pretty important aspects when it comes to hunting. Also, the monopod helps with quickly zeroing different sighting systems. I got my daytime scope for the day and my digital scope for recording all my shots. Lastly, the adjustable stock is important for the 2 different scopes I use. The daytime scope has a normal length of pull, while the night vision scope has a very short length of pull. And I've got to push my eye as close as I can to the scope. The grouping tests I did for my modded Diana Trail Scout consisted of 12 3-shot groups at 25 yards. The measurement is taken by measuring the middle of the 2 farthest pellets per group. The pellet I'm using is the JSB Jumbo RS's, which I found on my 15 pellet test video to be the best grouping at 0.58 inches at 25 yards. In the test, however, I only made 3 groupings. Well, in this test, with the modded Trail Scout, the average grouping was 0.72 inches, which is pretty disappointing. Do you notice how after the first group, all the groups are below the orange circle? At first, I thought those were the pellets, but then I realized it was probably the gun dropping pressure due to each previous shot. When I zeroed it, the group was on the orange, but as I made more groups, you see that the groups shifted downwards. By group 9, I started to adjust the scope, which is why you see the groups are higher. This is a pretty normal effect for CO2 guns. The faster you fire them, the lower the pressure gets. Waiting longer in between shots will allow the pressure to get back close to the previous level. It won't be as high as the previous level, but it'll be similar. While the 0.72 inch group isn't impressive, and I had to spend close to $100 to find the best ammo, or at least the least terrible ammo for this gun, the gun isn't a write-off. This gun is more than acceptable for killing rats with a night vision scope. If that video ever comes out, click on the link to the left. If you want to see my review of my heavily modded Crossman 2240, click on the link to the right.